Hello and welcome to the Wednesday, June 16th edition of the Daily Report, sponsored by CapelOTBBet.com. It's Mike Callahan from the Capital OTB Marketing Department. Hope you're doing well on this Wednesday morning. And day one of Royal Ascot is in the books. Decent first day for us. Handicapping-wise, talked a little bit about race number 2 yesterday. And one of the horses I zoned in on, Berkshire Shadow, and I had in the second spot, ended up winning that race at $26. We also had the exact in race number 1. And then it got a little bit crazy towards the latter part of the races with some big, huge prices. Horse that paid over $100, and then the finale, horse that paid, I believe, $55. So there were prices everywhere, and all you need to do is hit one race. That's for sure at Royal Ascot, and you can really clean up. So talk a little bit about day 2 action, zone in on a couple specific races here in a little bit, and then also later on talk about the Wednesday lineup here at Capital OTB, and then talk about promotions and the weekend coming up with a lot of promotions to talk about. So, like I said before, we'll talk and zone in on some races. First post at Royal Ascot today is 9:30. All week long it'll be 9:30, so we want to note that. But race 1 specifically we'll talk about, which is going to be the Group 2 Queen Mary Stakes for 2-year-old fillies. It's going to be a big field of 22. Big fields everywhere. There's actually another race later on that's going to have a field of 28. But in the Queen Mary, a field of 22. Morning line-wise, the slight favorite is going to be Twilight Gleeman, the American for Wesley Ward. Johnny V is going to be aboard. This horse broke the maiden in the second career start down at Belmont, sprinting 5 furlongs and getting onto the turf for the first time. The career debut broke slow at Keeneland, so glad to see that this horse was able to break clean at Belmont. Going to have to do so against these Europeans here, try to get a little bit of an edge in the first 100 yards. And a couple lengths, because sprinting these 5 furlongs, the Europeans are going to be trying to grind this horse down. Definitely a player in here, Twilight Gleaming, and will be taking a lot of money and attention in here, especially with some good works over the course at Keeneland, turf course specifically. I have Twilight Gleaming in the second spot, but I'm going to try to beat Twilight Gleaming with Illustrating the 11 at 12-1. So a little bit of value in this race. Carl Burke's horse, who debuted 12 days ago, so it's going to be a quick turnaround, but this horse on debut was ultra impressive. If you get a chance, you can Google it. Race at Catterick, where they sprinted 5 furlongs on a good to firm going, which you're going to see today with the sun shining in day 2 at Royal Ascot, and was able to stalk and pounce and open up at will. I know it's only going to say this horse won by a length, but could have won by much more, and had an unbelievable turn of foot. So I think this horse is extremely live. I was very impressed with the turn of foot that I saw. And if this horse is able to break clean and stick close to Twilight Gleaming, may be able to wear everybody down in here at a big price at 12-1 on the morning line. Underneath, like I said, Twilight Gleaming in the second spot for me. The 7, Desert Dreamer, definitely has a shot at 8-1 on the morning line. Oisin Murphy's going to be aboard. This horse has done nothing wrong in 2 career starts, winning both of them, and should be forwardly placed. And then at a big price, the 13, Maz Poder, 15-1 for Kevin Ryan. Kevin Stout is going to be aboard. Sprinted 5 furlongs in the debut, finished 4th, beaten 2 lengths. But I think this horse, as long as this horse is able to break clean and stick a little bit close to the main body and main pack, may be able to grind into this race, because it did so on the debut, and may be able to grind down and get into the exactas and tries. So if you're looking for a big price, thought the 13 may be interesting. But for me, I'm going to zone in specifically on Illustrating and Twilight Gleaming. I have 11, 19, 7, and 13 in the Queen Mary, which is going to be race number 1 at 9:30 on this Wednesday. Also going to zone in on the highlight of the day 2 at Royal Ascot, which is going to be race number 4, the Group 1 Prince of Wales Stakes. We've seen a lot of great races, specifically in the Prince of Wales, and big names, and you have a really good group here as well. You're going to see favoritism, morning line-wise, looks to be a 2-horse race between Lord North and Love. Love is a horse that's going to go out for Coolmore, Aidan O'Brien, Ryan Moore. Probably heard of this horse if you're over here listening to European horses, because this horse was supposed to go in the Arc last year. They got a ton of rain. They ended up scratching Love. Was supposed to be a horse that was going to give Enable fits. Ultimately, Enable wasn't able to win that race, but Love was supposed to be a serious contender, had won 3 in a row, and then there was like 5 inches of rain, and Love is a horse that likes firmer going, which again you're going to see on Wednesday. And they ultimately scratched Love out of the arc and hasn't run since last year. So the layoff is going to be a little bit of a concern, but the fact that Love gets on the preferred surface and 8-5, probably going to be a little bit shorter than that because of the connections. But Love for me is going to be my top choice. Lord North 9-5 on the morning line for John Gosden and Frankie Dettori will probably be a lot of people's alternative to Love. Winning impressively at Meydan in March of this year. So the seasonal debut was very, very good for Lord North, was able to win that race quite easily and should be able to stalk and pounce on the leaders at the top of the stretch. And then number 6, Adaria, who was able to win and upset in the Breeders' Cup Fillies and Mare Turf against Rushing Fall and Harvey's Little Goyle, who we've actually got a chance to see Harvey Little Goyle a couple times run really well in 2021. So if you're looking for, and you're not a big fan of the favorites, I think Adaria at 12-1 may be a horse you want to use. And then also Armory, who's going to be another one who's going to take some money, but probably not as much as the top 2 with Lord North and Love. But Armory at 3-1 on the morning line, one last time out, does have some seasoning over Love. The fact that this horse was able to race last time in May. I think this horse is another alternative. If you're not thrilled with the favorites, Armory is a horse that's really done nothing wrong. Been in the top 3 in the last 4 consecutive races. And like I said, coming off a really nice race last time, going 1 mile and 5/16, one you want to consider as well. So I'm going to give the slight edge to Love, put Lord North underneath, and then Adaria and Armory. So 7, 3, 6, and 1. In the highlight of day number 2, which is the Group 1 Prince of Wales. So I just zoned in on race 1 and race 4, but again, you can follow along with all the selections on Capital OTB TV, and then we'll also have on Twitter a slate giving all my selections throughout the day. So just a little bit of a zone in on a couple specific races on day 2 at Royal Ascot. But again, don't forget, first post at 9:30. Also going to talk a little bit now about the Wednesday lineup here at Capital OTB. Mentioned Royal Ascot starting at 9:30, but we're going to have South African racing kicking off at 5:25. We'll have UK racing from 8 to 11, and then we'll kick off the afternoon with Saratoga Harness running at noon, Monticello at 12:10. We'll have Harris Philly at 12:25, Belterra at 12:35, Thistle Downs at 12:50. We'll have Parks at 12:55, Finger Lakes at 1:10, Delaware at 1:15. We'll have Indiana Grand at 2:25. We'll have Delta Downs Quarter Horse at 4 o'clock. Harrington at 4:30. Buffalo Raceway will start at 5. They have $1,395 in their pick 5. So if you're looking for some carryovers, take advantage of that action there. And then we'll have Penn National from 6 o'clock and Canterbury as well, as we will be taking nighttime thoroughbred on Wednesday. We'll have Scioto Downs at 6:15. Hoosier Park at 6:30, Evangeline at 6:50, Mountaineer at 7, and again, taking nighttime thoroughbred, taking advantage of all the nighttime racing and a lot of thoroughbred racing at night. So take advantage of that. Yonkers at 7:15, and then we'll have Emerald Downs starting at 9, and then Australia and Japan racing all the way in through midnight. So a lot of great racing on this Wednesday, and also want to talk about promotions here at Capital OTB. Mentioned it yesterday. We have $200 online pick 4 on Thursday with Seth. So you can sign up at capitalotb.com. Put your name there and sign up. 10 people are going to be attached to it. He'll wager on the early and late pick 4, $100 each there, and whatever money is made will be dispersed amongst the team. And again, the only criteria is to wager through your account if you get chosen. We've been doing really well on these $200 bankrolls. Hopefully we can keep the momentum going forward. Also on Friday, we're going to have the Bounty Bet, which is currently at $14.63, and again, been able to give away a lot of good money in the Bounty Bet. And as always, you always want to be the lone person to hit it, because you'll take down the entire pool. But if 2 or more people hit it, they'll split 25% of the pool, and then the other 75 will carry over and we'll add on to it. So again, it's always a fan favorite, and take advantage of the Bounty Bet on Friday. We'll have the Pick and Putt promotion going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with the U.S. Open going on. So stop down to the Clubhouse Racebook, put your name in the bin. If your name is chosen, you get a chance to putt for dough. So it's always fun, a lot of interaction there and a lot of laughs. So come down and participate in the Pick and Putt promotion at the Clubhouse Racebook, 711 Central Ave. Also on Saturday, we're going to have a $100 online win-a-bet. And then we'll also have match bet on Sunday as well. Don't forget, we have tourney bets going on. You can always click on tourney bets when you go to capitalotb.com. It'll redirect you to the main tourney bets page where you can sign up for free contests. There's also some paid contests as well, and a lot of money to be given away there. And then also the 3% Churchill Downs bonus that we have going on as well. So tons of promotions here at Capital OTB. And again, good luck on day 2 at Royal Ascot. Gave my thoughts on a couple of specific races, but again, you can always follow along with all the selections on Twitter and then also on Capital OTB TV. Seth will be in tomorrow, so until I see you again, take care.